I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Okay, this is not what this video was about. I call your attention. This looks like a terrarium and it looks like a science experiment. It's only foggy because I just made some like an hour ago. This is what we call a French press, not a French kiss, a French press. Okay? I recommend this to anybody who either wants to, do something different rather than a tradish, instant coffee, or just a tradish, what do you call it? Coffee maker, okay? I love me a coffee maker. However, I have a mini Mr. Coffee. I have not used him in a while, but I mean, once I get a good vinegar, what did you call me? I'm just kidding. Once I get a good water vinegar rinse through the Mr. Coffee Maker, I'm gonna get rock and rolling. Anyway, so I bring you to attention, like I said, I almost called her a mocha pot. This is a French press. Basically, you get, I wouldn't say get like finely ground coffee, but get like medium to like whatever, like medium to small, medium ground coffee. You pour it in at the bottom. You get a electric kettle, not an electric guitar, an electric kettle, and you want to pour the hot water over it. This looks disgusting because it's foggy. It's not dirty, it's foggy, as you can see, and it's condensating, all right? Science rules. Bill Nye the Science Guy. You get water, pour that shit in there all throughout, shoo, 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 and then you mix it. You want to agitate the grounds, okay? You want to agitate. Look at the flick of my wrist. You want to agitate the grounds before you pour the rest of the water in. This one was slightly watery. This is my first brew. It's my first time using the French press, okay? And I've already learned so much just after the one use and before, okay? Shout out TikTok, shout out ChatGPT. Yeah. So then after you agitate the grounds, okay, you're going to pour the rest of the water. It is critical to look up how much coffee that you need per ounce of water. It's basically like using a tradish coffee maker, but different because it's different. And because this, for one, the finer your grounds, the longer the brew. And also, this one brews faster than a traditional coffee maker, and because it's smaller, obviously, so you're gonna have to do some coolio maths on that one, all right? So my coffee that I bought is the Illy brand. ILLY, the illest. That's me. I'm just kidding. I got the coffee that was already pre-ground because I was honestly choosing peace and I didn't want to have to like ground it myself. Not at least for the first use, right? So that one is already pre-ground and it's just like me, as fine as fuck, so it's ground very, very fine. That was my first mistake, but whatever. On the back of any ground coffee canister bag, it'll tell you how much you need per ounce. So for the Illy one, I only needed like a heaping spoonful, which means more than a traditional spoonful of coffee, and that's like 7 ounces. I wanted 2 cups of coffee, so I did 3.5 fat ass scoops. That was my mistake because I was so jittery after I drank it, but whatever. You live and you learn, babe. You live and you learn. So anyway, I only used it once. I don't know if you want my advice. You're going to be like, nobody fucking asked. I recommend a French press. A, because it's cute. Does it feel like a science experiment? Yeah, it low-key does, because you have to like, measure a water per scoops or whatever. And you also have to have a electric kettle or just a kettle in general, and you're just gonna have a lot of stuff going on at your little station when you're making a coffee. But it was delicious. The Illy brand, I recommend. I saw that brand at Barron's Market because Barron's Market always has that brand, and they always have coffee brewed, and it was delicious without the creamer, without anything. So whatever, I got it. One thing that I also saw somebody use is they poured in the water, they poured the grounds in, me putting it again, they poured the grounds in this, and then they pour Torani syrup inside of it. I wouldn't do that because I just wouldn't. I would probably put the syrup in after, just because, product buildup. Maybe it won't build up. I don't know. Anyway, I recommend the French press, girl. Okay? So that you're not pressed for your next cup of coffee. The only two cons is I don't like having to do math at 7 in the morning, measuring, whatever. I kind of just eyeballed it this time, but I am going to do the precise math later of how much I truly need. It really is just depending on how much coffee you had. I had too damn much, so there's that. The second con is that, the cleanup is, when you drink instant, you don't have to clean up anything besides your cup when you're done. This, you have to scrape down the tarred grounds at the bottom of this. I probably shouldn't have left her sitting with the grounds in it, but I've been cleaning, so I'll clean it out later. The cleanup is kind of tedious. You gotta, obviously make sure you clean it up. That's fine. Another con is that, the timing that it takes to brew. It's definitely not an instant, bing, back, boom, 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 bam, like an instant coffee. But I don't really like the instant coffee flavor all the time. One that I do recommend is definitely not Folgers Instant. That shit is so nasty. Sorry, Folgers. Anyway, that's my review. You got it, you got it, you get it, you get it, you got it good. If I'm an instant coffee and I'm a Dunkin' girl, okay? I'm a Dunkin' girl. And as of recently, I'm a Better Buzz girl because their coffee is so good. Is it so sweet? Yeah. Does it have a lot of sugar? It gives me a headache? Yes, but it's so good. And I get rewards from that. I get rewards for getting shit I don't need. And that's exactly the system that I like. All right? Anyway, French press.